Thanks for staying with us. So yesterday, virtually the entire Lagos Island in Lagos was on total lockdown. This watertight traffic lasted till early hours of this morning, and we're still hearing reports that in some areas it's still pretty gridlocked right now. Multiple reports still has it that the groaning situation persists despite directive issued by the Honorable Minister David Umahi, the Minister of Works, that the Independence Bridge should be opened with immediate effect. Now, we're supposed to have with us on the show the special advisor to the Governor of Lagos State on transportation, that's Honorable Shola Giwa. Unfortunately, he told us this morning he can't make it because he has to follow the governor to do an on-the-spot check of the bridge. So we can understand why he can't join us. But however, we're hoping that our reporters will be there with them and be linking up to us very soon to let us know what they're assessing and see if there are any updates for Nigerians, for Lagosians to know. But in the meantime, we're going to open our phone lines for Nigerians to call in, or Lagosians to call in, to express their experiences or to share with us their experiences yesterday by calling the numbers on the screen: 020-163-52013, 090-2416-3440. You can also send us your messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts. I'd like to start with my own because I was inside the experience. I was saving myself, and let me save it for this segment because yesterday in the morning, because usually I leave home at 6:30 and I come even after they started on March 19th, because if you recall, they started this construction 19th and it's supposed to end on end of May, I think 27th or 29th. Anyways, so I'm used to leaving at 6:30. I leave at 6:30, and at 8:25, I was still on Akadeshola and there was no movement. I knew I had to be on the show. I've not done makeup. I had to be on the show by 9 in less than 14 minutes. So I said to my driver, please find me a bike. So by 8:30, we got a bike. I got on that bike. I went straight to Eco Atlantic and I called somebody to come pick me up at the gate. So I didn't know that was a tip of the iceberg, because I just thought, what happened today that everywhere is so gridlocked? Fast forward, 2 p.m. when I started hearing that there's traffic, I said, Morayo, you better close early so that, And 2 o'clock I closed. And we drove down Amado Bello trying to link up. Obviously, there was no way. We made a U-turn, got on Adeola Odeko, and we were there. We spent 3 hours on the same spot, almost near that Glow building. We were just there. We had to finally find a way to go back to
Adeola Odeko here.
Adeola Odeko right here. 3 hours between here and Adeola Odeko.
Can you imagine?
So we were there for 3 hours. We now found a way to get back to the office. So I was safe in the office, and other people now, 2 of our staff bosses left at closing hours, I think maybe 5 o'clock.
So where? They
were trying to go. They had our report too. They said, this one, maybe by night I've gone
They
there.
have some...
They went there. Thought they had spiritual powers, like to clear the road for them. They got there. They came back about 3 hours, 4 hours, some of them did 4 hours, some did 5 hours. They came back to the office. So all of us slept. Mr. Umahi, we heard that. All of us slept in this office. Me, myself, I have not had my shower today. I slept and I had to go and buy me toothbrush and toothpaste this morning so I can brush. So I won't be jafficoing to you guys this morning. So the point is, I'd like to hear your experiences first, or what you've heard, before we now start telling the minister what we think he should have done better. And hopefully this doesn't happen, because as I said, the Goshians would never forget today in a very long time, because a lot of people had horrible experiences. We had a staff who was heavily pregnant, stuck in that traffic. We were so scared. Thank God the human resource was around. She was able to make sure there was a mattress and blanket, pillows to care for her and make sure there was food for her to eat. She was our priority. Yes, so all night, all of us were taking turns to go and check. That girl must be okay. Until this morning, she carried her and she left with her family. So God forbid what could have happened. So there's a lot of ripple effects of these kind of decisions that we make. But let me hear your experiences first before I hear what decisions.
So I drove into, I think both of us were on set yesterday. So I drove into the traffic coming inward from Eco Bridge yesterday. And I noticed that there was a broken down container on the BRT side. When we get to that Onikon inwards VI, both traffic from the island and that from the mainland merge. And that point of merger, that's where the container is. I made that container this morning. It was from that container I knew that there was no going forward, because I sat there for close to 10 minutes. I was on the phone with my friends, and the thing wasn't changing. I just told them, I'll talk to you guys later. I had to quickly go through Ikoyi to pass Akiadeshola inwards the island. And I thought I beat it. When I got to work, I was early. I was like, it was just a few minutes to 8. I was able to beat it. I did not prepare for going back. Nothing, no notice for the close of that bridge that I took seriously. I knew that they had closed the Anthony Bridge, but I didn't pay conscious attention to this one, even though my husband had been talking about it. I'm telling you,
really?
My husband had been talking about it for weeks, that this is why he was coming home late, because it didn't affect me going back.
Yeah.
Until I got to that point yesterday and it was fully blocked. Down, up, or everywhere was blocked. I said, okay. We took back to Akiadeshola to come home. Miriam had left much earlier in her own car, and I called her, where are you? Which place is free? She said, no, I'm in Akiadeshola. So I started going into the inner streets of VI to join. I ended up at Sanusi Fafunwa, hopefully thinking it would have been at the neck of the bridge, just off Morayo, but Nalayo, I couldn't get into that place for 5 hours. Myself and Bumi, we just sat there, and the worst part, VI, you people don't have good feedback from my own point of view. No alagbado, and it was raining. It was a rainy Wednesday. No fresh corn, no fresh roasted corn. This cannot happen in Ikeja.
No, I saw Morayo
This cannot happen.
granite.
Yeah, so what happened was that Agnes is my PA's
No, that's your
mother.
bottle.
My PA's mother sent to granules that she wants to start doing something.
Yeah.
So she now sent granule to the office to sell. She now came to sell to me. I said, I beg, I don't eat granules because of my pimples. I told her I can't. After saying 3 hours in traffic, I
said, silly.
I ate the ground.
Myself and Bumi, we sat there, but I was able to get to Bagada by 2:40.
Oh, okay.
I was able, because we left much earlier. But Miriam, who left much earlier than me, because she stayed on the Akiadeshola expecting it to move, she didn't get home till 5. When I got home and she called, I was
for
shocked.
a second because I have a caller who's been holding. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Wow.
Hello. Hello. I think we lost our caller.
I know Theo was in the
Hold on,
traffic.
she's there. Hello, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm calling from Mafuluku, Oshodi. I'm calling in respect of the traffic yesterday,
Yes.
because I was also stuck in the traffic.
Yes.
I got to my house 3:21
AM.
Yes, I don't know why they said they want to road, and we had 3-4 days holiday. They didn't do anything. Then the day people resumed on a Wednesday, they decided to close this thing door, to close the bridge, and said they want to fix it till May. How long will people suffer like this in Nigeria? Eh? I don't know why they derive joy in seeing people feeling pain in this country. We were stuck up in that traffic. My people from there, they dropped me at my bus stop at Junction by 3. I had to trek home.
Really sorry about the experience.
3:45.
One of our directors, Engineer Ni, also was in traffic. He left here 4:30. I think he got more past 2, and he has young children at home. And him and his wife were stuck in the traffic. He didn't have enough options of going back to the office. He was home or nothing because he had to go to the house. Like his kids are home.
I just knew that traffic would not abate, because we they close much. We have a short day. We were stuck in that traffic, and I kept saying to Bumi, we were traveling together in the car, that anybody that waits for close of day will sleep on the island, and
So
that was what happened to most people.
So for me, I honestly felt I didn't go out yesterday at
You're
all.
blessed. Please,
As
let me tap that anointing.
I was indoors all day. I was supposed to go to Lassos for dental check with the doctor that came about a few weeks back, but I was just like, I don't want to go anywhere. I need to rest. So I stayed at home, and then I saw messages. My husband came back home and was like, oh, the traffic was really, really bad. And then I saw your message that you say you turned back. I was like, what's going on? And I checked online. Now, I had seen on Saturday that the road, on Tuesday that they had blocked the road. So here's the thing. The traffic escalated because Nigerians can be very unruly and impatient. There's no rule. Everybody is trying to beat the other person, and it intensifies the gridlock. The opening of the other side of the bridge, which David Umahi did ordered for to be done this morning, if it had been done immediately, we would have seen major relief. Like, maybe you saw that this traffic is going really bad.
I don't know.
The other side,
They've already.
no. They opened. They shut both sides of the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
That bridge was closed, both sides of the bridge. But if we had opened one side, it would have provided a bit of relief. But at the end of the day, whenever they're trying to do something very important, people will suffer. That's the example of what happened.
Well, you see, what I would have liked. Vike, you want to share your own story?
Well, you know, Theo called me. He was regretting going to the office. He didn't even end up, he couldn't make it to the office. He went back home. He really complained about the traffic. So I was saying, yeah, I heard the Morayo talking about it too, because me, I didn't step out of the house yesterday. So I was very, and I'm just thanking God. But I'm reading there's a motorist, Mr. Gbenga Aduloju. He lamented over the development. He said, I left the island at 2 p.m. to exit the island from Victoria Island. As at 4 p.m., I was still stranded in traffic. Is this how we will suffer for 2 months? We are in for a long show.
Let me take this call from Taiwo. Thanks for Taiwo. Thanks, Taiwo. You're live.
We lost that call. End of May.
But just to clarify, we were notified that March 19th, Independence Bridge will be closed. We had that information. There was a public announcement, and I think it was some parts of it were closed because I know there was traffic there, and there was a service lane that was open because I know we had driven past that. So now I don't know what happened between during the holiday, because during the holidays it was still closed.
They did more work.
Because like more work was now done. It was totally shut down. So I think things really got bad because of that shutdown, and that's what caused the gridlock. Now, what I would have liked this morning, like either the minister or his technical partners or the engineers should have come to a TVC breakfast this morning with diagram showing us exactly where the gridlock happened, what could have caused it, what their plans are, and how they plan to mitigate it. Because now, when the minister just says, I announce them, I tell them to reopen, what does that mean? How does that translate to us? Because people are still stuck in traffic as I speak. So what exactly?
They have not reopened it. I passed there this morning.
They cannot reopen it.
No, they've already dug.
It's not motorable.
Yes.
So as of this one is not motorable.
VI to Monicon has been dug. So they have put barricade there. They have blocked it. That one they don't already break out. We see ocean right under the bridge now. But coming in can be managed. Also, they should now start to manage all extensions leading to the third mainland, which is an alternative, or to Ido leading out of here. They should manage the Lagos Island ring road also. Manage it so that people can find ways to join third mainland or Kata Bridge out of Lagos Island. VI is one peculiar place. It's a small island. So the neck of the bridge we always pass every morning. It's small now. We're always managing it.
The point I was trying to make is that government can't be perfect all the time. There'll be trial and errors. There'll be errors here and there because sometimes you want to do something good. You don't realize the effect of it. I can understand that. But what I want to see that this morning is that the minister is on top of it, not just telling them to reopen, but showing us exactly what is being done.
Also, I think the SA to the governor on transport should be here, or his commissioner, because traffic management is not that of the Federal Ministry of Works.
It's not the
Federal Ministry. Remember when they did third mainland? They were coming on our show. Then Engineer Kuti then was Southwest Controller. Now Engineer Kesha was on TVC breakfast this morning via online, because I saw her picture and I couldn't hear most of the details of that conversation because I was doing my makeup, but she was on the show explaining what was happening. These people are the ones we see most. Yesterday, we did not see enough of traffic management. That was what killed the whole thing. When we get to that Onikon area, people were driving anyhow. Nobody to stop those, I said Onikon. When we got to the Sanusi Fafun off that to climb into the bridge, to join the Falomo bridge, you will wait endlessly. Then one car will just start to drive anyhow. People were blocking the road. It took me and the Loma truck in front of me, stopping each time for people who were going to Lekki off at Adeshola to be able to pass. Where were the officials who were supposed to be stopping at least 5 cars to go before we continue to block the road? We blocked it.
In your own experience, we were moving. In our own experience, it was just stances. So
because
we find our way.
We found those who were turning away, making those created opportunities for us to
because she went out
there was
during
no
closing period.
movement. It was standstill. So it was like either even if the last mile guys were there was no access for people to leave. So something happened, and we must see what happened, and that's what the government owes Nigerians. Explain to us. Don't just tell us you've reopened it. Explain to us exactly.
Don't say you have reopened it when you haven't reopened it. It's still closed now. Abi was one side. Well, both sides closed yesterday.
Yes, when we were now leaving, we couldn't use any part of the bridge. Everybody had to turn to Ozumba, and I look Ozumba too long. I just turned back.
I like what our producer dropped in the group, which is that I think the government actually underestimated
the impact
of that
And it
bridge.
was post
You know, because
public
they
holiday.
just look at it as a small bridge. There are other options.
Lagos
We did not
is
know
your
that.
economic nerve center. You cannot underestimate. This
No,
is
so
the heart
they've
of this
closed
country.
Third Mainland Bridge before.
Yeah, but
But
Toguna is
this one,
wider. This is a narrow.
yes.
You can't.
So people did not expect that. How can a small bridge like this have such a huge impact?
Because there are only two exits. It's either you go through, is it Osborne? Or
Yes.
you go through. So those are the only
Osborne
the
was
only
now
two.
free. Yeah, Osborne in a few hours. Once you get down off that bridge, it was free.
But to get
I
to the
heard.
To
bridge,
get to the Osborne was.
is to get to the bridge.
I got to
You got to
Let
the
me
bridge because
take
you left
this.
early.
Akin, thanks for
It's to
calling
get to
your
the
line.
bridge.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was a terrible day in Lagos. I spent 10 hours inside that traffic from Apapa to the Express to Lekki Phase 1. I can't forget that experience. But the funniest thing is that I started my journey around 3 p.m. I only saw 2 LASMA at
Thanks.
Awolowo Road, at
didn't have enough.
Koi Club.
Thanks.
They are about to close. Throughout the journey, I can't see LASMA, I can't see police.
That's what
The Lagos State government is not doing well as well yesterday. This thing will have been planned properly in such a way that they will have enough police on the road, they will have enough LASMA on the road. When there was a dirty December, the Lagos State government is doing fine. They plan it in such a way that even if you drive in the middle of the night, you will see LASMA waving you, directing the car. What makes the case to be worse yesterday is that no LASMA, no police. When I go to the Oriental Junction around 1 a.m., I only saw one minibus of the police. They park it at Junction. Nobody is there. Everybody is passing one way. At that spot, I spent 2 hours. I can't forget such an experience. If there is a LASMA yesterday, this situation will not get to this level. I don't know whether LASMA worked from morning to that time, but the hour that I get to the highlight, I can't start any LASMA. Why not the police?
Thank you, Akin.
Anytime they want to
We'll get a way to
they want
speak
to-
to the special advisor to the governor on transportation, hopefully sometime today, either on our show
Maybe
or on
the
the other
last one
show,
will leave.
so that they could let us know exactly how, because there's always that federal
Sallah
government,
break.
Lagos state dichotomy issues. You know, they don't know, okay, who is in charge of this, is it federal road, no. So all that way that happens, but let me not speculate, but let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take more phone calls and read messages from our viewers. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.